or they have to set out. We are also live on YouTube and Facebook right now. So Norwood, where you want to start, man? We got a lot going on today.
I want to start the ACC. Let's go ahead and get some of the trash out of the way so we can get to what we're really here for.
All right. So with the ACC, we have who do we have? I got it right here, the matchups along with the TV. If you guys are on YouTube or Facebook, you can see the screen right now. We have UNC versus Virginia, the first game. I got UNC. UNC quietly has played a decent had a decent season. They are ranked number 17. I want to say they're the second highest ranked ACC team in the nation. Maybe the only other ranked ACC. No, because then you have Wake Forest and Syracuse. But UNC versus Virginia, who you got, man?
Oh, UNC easy.
What's good, Rod? You said UNC?
Yeah, easily. I don't think that this one's gonna be close. I don't really like the quarterback from UNC. I think he reminds me too much of Danny Dimes. But at the same time, I think that they're just a better team than UVA.
100%. What about Syracuse Pitt is our next game? I'm sorry, Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech is our next game.
I am betting
Nobody
with my heart
cares
here. Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech,
really
gotta go
care.
for the.
But if I had to care, it would be Georgia Tech.
Got to go for the Georgia team, right? Y'all heard that? Y'all know what it is. Game time. Syracuse Pitt. Syracuse Pitt. Pittsburgh has underachieved a lot this year. Pittsburgh, I thought that they would be better. They never really recovered from losing to Tennessee at the beginning of the year. We thought that was an upset.
None of us did.
Huh?
None of us did. None of us did recover from losing to Tennessee. Congratulations. I have a seat right next to me.
Well, you want Pittsburgh?
Okay, all right now.
You want Pittsburgh? You want Pittsburgh to be sitting next to you? That's the company you want to keep?
Hey, every dog has his day, right? Enjoy yours.
But I got Syracuse. Got to go with the black coach, man. Syracuse has had they've overachieved and Pittsburgh has underachieved. I'm gonna take Syracuse. G Code said you can't really trust the ACC, which is true.
Never could, never will. Next game up, Clemson versus Notre Dame.
So here's the thing: Notre Dame upset Clemson last year. That was the downfall of DJU. Or the beginning of the downfall of DJU, Uiagalelei. For those that don't know, he was the starting quarterback. They have now put in freshman Cade Klubnik, 5-star freshman, and he has surpassed DJU, and they have a little bit of a quarterback controversy out there, guys. So in Notre Dame is a difficult place to play. No matter what your feelings are for Notre Dame and how you feel about that school and everything, a lot of people don't like them. It's really only a love-hate relationship when it comes to them.
Because they cheat.
I think Clemson's defensive line is too strong. I think Clemson's defense is really hitting their stride, and I honestly think Clemson could make a run to the national championship game because they don't have anybody else. They don't have anybody else to challenge them. And their defense can play really, really good for one game. When they get to the if they were to get to the college football playoff, they have a really strong defensive line. So I don't see Clemson beating Notre Dame. I want to go with the black coach, but I think he's about 2 recruiting classes before he can challenge Clemson. Who you got?
Oh, I'm taking Clemson because I don't believe in Notre Dame. Notre Dame's been a sham all season. I expect this to be no different. But this is a game that Clemson can trick off because
definitely a trick off game. You know what? We're not calling them trap games. We're not. That's all been told. We calling them trick bag games. This is definitely a trick off game.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And I don't trust either one of these teams because I don't think either one of them are as good as their claim to be. Notre Dame has already showed us that they're
poop. Notre Dame is poop.
And they always are. They play somebody real, and then they're like, "Oh, they suck." And then next year they're like, "Oh yeah, we're top 4 again." No, I'm not Charlie Brown. You're not Lucia. You're not tricking me every year.
I am tired of kicking air. Listen, stop pulling the 52 fake out with us, Notre Dame.
Or you bring Jerome Bettis' old ass and Joe Montana back. Then I will believe your team is good.
Rocket Ismail.
Other than that, Notre Dame,
no, missile.
I'm not going for it.
So I'm going Clemson. Next game, who do we have on the docket? We got James Madison. That is actually an upset special. James Madison over Louisville. Florida State, Miami. Florida State, Miami. Talk about the glory of yesteryear. So here's the thing. Both of these teams are submitted. It's a rivalry game, so you don't know who's gonna rise to the top and who's gonna shrink. All bets. You're right. All bets are off. Who do you have winning this game?
Probably Miami, but not convincingly. This is another trick bag game. Yeah, I don't like this game. Like I said to start this season, I don't like these two teams because I don't trust them, and I don't trust them now that they're playing each other. But probably Miami.
I'm gonna take Florida State. I was a Florida State fan. Oh, come on, guys, calling me. I was a Florida. Y'all know we go live every Saturday at the same time.
Same bad channel, same bad time.
But I'm gonna go Florida State. I was a Florida State fan growing up. Florida State and Georgia, of course, as everybody in our demographic, Florida State was the first, like, outside of HBCU games, was the first, like, all super blackety-black team that I saw with Charlie Ward, Tamar Vanover, Derek Brooks, Warwick Dunn, Rock Preston, Peter and Michael Boulware. I mean, I can keep going. Peter Warwick. Peter Warwick came in 99. He came in 90. He was a freshman when Charlie Ward left in 96. And what's the dude, the other one? Boulware, a name that a lot of people don't remember, but when I say it, people know about. Lavernius Coles, one of the fastest people I've ever seen, number 7.
Yeah, out of a Macy's.
Yeah, he was. Now Miami has all of that too. They got all of that, but I fell in love with Florida State because of that team.
Miami. Wrong.
I'm taking Florida State. Trying to throw 6 on it?
Give me the Canes for 6. I'll take that.
K.A. They're playing in Miami, Rod. They're playing in Miami. That's fine. You take the Canes for 6. You can take the Canes for 6. I wish I could.
All right, next, the game that actually matters in the ACC somehow. Wake Forest versus North Carolina State.
Wake Forest and North Carolina State actually matters. When was the last time that has ever happened for y'all?
Never.
That's fine. You take the Canes for 6.
I'm gonna take. I
wish I could.
This is and it's not. Wake Forest is on the road, but I mean they're both in North Carolina.
The game that actually matters in the ACC somehow.
I'm gonna take
versus North Carolina State.
Wake Forest and North Carolina State actually matters.
I'm gonna take North Carolina
State. Time that has ever happened.
I'm rocking with Wake Forest.
Yeah,
you rocking with Wake? I'm not betting 6 on this because I don't know.
I'm gonna take
the 6. The 6 for Miami, Florida State is nostalgia. That is all nostalgic purposes for me. I don't care about Wake Forest. I have never cared about North Carolina State other than when they had Phillip Rivers and Torrey Holt.
I'm gonna take. I don't care.
Rod says State just because Wake Forest is a basketball school. That's fair. That's fair.
No hate that. I don't know.
All right, that is
Miami, Florida State
that is the ACC game that we're going to talk about. Where you want to go from here? Let's go to the Big 12.
They had
Big 12.
Phillip Rivers and Torrey Holt.
Whole lot of lies and fallacies going on. So we got Texas Tech and Texas Tech and TCU. TCU feels like they have been slighted. They feel like they should be in the college football playoff. They have Alabama ranked ahead of TCU with 1 loss.
Games that we're going to talk about. Where you want to go from here?
Alabama's better than TCU.
Whole lot of
TCU has one of the most explosive offenses in the nation.
So we got
Congratulations, you will get exploded.
Well, Texas Tech and TCU. TCU feels like they have been slighted. They feel like they should be in the college football playoff. They have Alabama ranked in
Alabama
with one
you
loss.
Can be good and just not be Alabama,
because
Georgia,
Alabama's better
Tennessee,
than TCU.
possibly Ohio State good.
TCU.
So of course I'm going TCU in this game. Texas Tech has been known to upset teams just because they throw the ball so much. And if you can, when you have the air raid offense that doesn't huddle, once if you let them get on a roll, it's over. But TCU do the same thing though, with better athletes right now. So I'm taking TCU. Next game, who would have thought?
So of course I'm going
Oklahoma.
Texas Tech has been known
unranked
upset teams
in
just
the Big
because
12
they throw the ball so much. And if you when you have the air raid offense that doesn't huddle,
both of them are so tricky.
Once if you let them get on a roll,
you know they're gonna play good, but then eventually they're just
you
gonna
do the
play
same thing though. With better athletes.
Rod, ain't nobody betting against it. Nobody's taking Texas Tech, Rod. Who would take Texas Tech against TCU?
That Oklahoma and Baylor are both unranked.
Yeah, that's like the Pac-12 games. They're not. It's not even wasting my time with that trash.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take this game in Oklahoma and Baylor. I'm gonna take.
You know they're gonna play good, but then
I'm gonna take Oklahoma just because they're the home team. But Baylor can beat them.
Nobody's taking Texas
Baylor
Tech,
can beat them. But I'm gonna take Oklahoma.
Baylor.
You taking Baylor?
Yeah, I'm rocking.
Yeah, that's
Baylor.
like.
I think that Brent Venables and Oklahoma are holding on by 8.
No, so I'm competitive game.
By the
this game in Oklahoma and Baylor, I'm gonna take.
And I feel like
I'm gonna take Oklahoma just because they're the home team. But Baylor can beat them.
Oklahoma State, Kansas.
Baylor can beat them. But I'm gonna take Oklahoma.
I think Oklahoma. Now, here's the thing, though. Oklahoma State folds. I told you when it turns into November, late October, early November, they fold. Kansas is playing at home. Unfortunately, their quarterback looks like he's not coming back. He said he was going to try to come back this month, but he's such a dynamic athlete that he would damage us if he's going to the draft to play any other position other than quarterback or to play quarterback.
Here's the thing,
I think he would damage
Oklahoma State folds. I told you when it turns into November, late October, early November, they fold.
So I don't think he's coming back. I think Oklahoma State's going to take
Kansas is playing at home.
Yep.
Unfortunately, their quarterback looks like he's not coming
West
back.
Virginia. What's the next one? West Virginia and Iowa State.
Blue
Boo. Don't care.
No, we're going right down to Texas versus Kansas State.
Any other position,
I'm rocking with Texas.
Or to play quarterback. I think
oh, I'm taking Kansas State. No, Kansas State has their backup quarterback in the game.
That is the end goal. So I don't think he's coming back.
Anthony Martinez is hurt.
Still want him?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm taking Kansas State. I am tired of drinking the Texas Kool-Aid. Texas is supposed to be good, and they're supposed to be on their way back. They're supposed to say we're back. They do it every year, and every year
I'm taking
they
Kansas
blow.
State. No,
I agree with that
statement,
statement, but I'm also not going to acknowledge that I think that they're a better team.
Anthony Martinez is hurt.
Still want him?
Yeah, that's just.
Yeah, I'm taking Kansas State. I am tired of drinking the Texas Kool-Aid. Texas is supposed to be good.
Should we bet that game?
They're supposed to be on their way back. They're supposed to say we're back. They do it every year, and every year.
Big Ten.
They blow
Ohio State. Probably
I agree with that statement, but I'm also not going to.
So here's the thing about Ohio State and Northwestern. Northwestern has allowed like 100,000 points and 100,000 yards and 100,000 touchdowns and 100 and had turned the ball over 100,000 times in the last 3 times they played over Ohio State. They are going to get mud stomped today because Ohio State has to make a statement in order to stay in the top, in the college football playoff. Because Ohio State can't lose. They play Michigan. That game against Michigan is looming. And the loser of that game not only does not make it to the Big 12 championship game, the Big 10. Donnie was good. Not only does it make it to the Big 10 championship game, you're now on the outside looking in when it comes to the college football playoff. So Ohio State has to put on a show against these teams so that if they do lose to Michigan,
the loser of that
then
game
they still get style points to make it to the college football playoff.
Championship
not gonna happen. You lose to Michigan.
Donnie was good. Not only does it make it to the Big 10 championship game, you're now on the outside.
You got a bunch of one-loss SEC teams that's going to be there.
The college football playoff.
SEC team.
So Ohio State has to put on a show against these teams so that if they do lose to Michigan, then they still get
Minnesota, Nebraska. That's the 12 o'clock game for a reason. Don't care. Iowa, Purdue. Not gonna watch that. Maryland, Wisconsin. Let's get there. I'm going Maryland. I gotta go with the black coach. Former offensive coordinator at who was Tua's coordinator at Alabama, Loxley.
Minnesota, Nebraska. That's the 12 o'clock game for a reason.
That he's out for the season.
Don't care.
I'm still going Maryland with the black coach.
I'm gonna watch that. Maryland, Wisconsin. Let's get there. I'm going Maryland. I got to go with the black coach.
Sorry to this
former offensive coordinator at who was Tua's coordinator at
Penn State's gonna beat the dog shit out of Indiana.
Unfortunately, I think Little Tua's got a leg injury.
I'm trying to find a nice way to say it.
Ain't no nice way to see what they about to do. They about to beat Indiana. You know when you play football in high school, you just played a team that had like a bunch of D1 prospects that were all bigger than you, and they just run the ball and they just beat you up. They just about to beat up Indiana all day.
Penn State's gonna beat
Michigan State, Illinois. Who knew that Illinois would be the ranked team and Michigan State would not be? Michigan State has a whole lot of drama around that program. Coach Mel Tucker getting his head
football in high school. You just played a team that had like a bunch of D1 prospects that were all bigger than you.
Fans.
Let's separate these two.
They just about to beat up
because I
Indiana
think that there are two different responses.
Michigan State, Illinois.
We already
that
spoke
Illinois
about
would be
on the
the
last
ranked team, and
podcast.
Michigan State would
Never
not
touch a black man's head. Definitely
Michigan State has a whole lot of drama
Can't
around
do
that
it.
program. Coach
An
Mel Tucker getting
older
his head
football
bald head touched by a
that
fan.
Let's your whole and entire ass whoop, rightfully so. Now, speaking of ass whoopings, what happened with those players, that is completely uncalled for. Now, I will say logistically, I don't understand who in the hell would put the locker room for the visitor and the home right across from each other, because that is a setup for a fight.
It is a setup.
But as we learned in Hampton in our very first week, don't walk alone.
Rightfully so. Now,
so here's the thing about
what
that.
happened with those players?
I like the setup of the locker rooms right next to each other.
Now, I will
because it adds to the intensity of the game. It adds to the if I see Florida right there, we running out the same tunnel. Yeah, we gonna be mad. But you can't have that set up logistically with no security. What y'all thought? They was just gonna walk up there and be cool? No, like we just got beat. No, you gotta have security there. You gotta have the proper measures. But it does add to the intensity of the game, and it builds up the hype of the game because of course they have the cameras back there. But you gotta have people. You gotta have people there. Michigan State is probably gonna get beat by them. Actually, no. I'm picking Michigan State in the upset to rally and beat Illinois. No six.
Like we just got beat. No, you gotta have security there. You gotta have the proper measures. But it does add to the intensity of the game, and it builds up the hype of the game because of course they have the cameras back there.
A little bit. I got what do you call it?
You gotta have people. You gotta have people there. Michigan State.
I think it's drink. It's beer plus bourbon.
I'm picking Michigan State in the upset.
Boilermaker. I'm drinking a Boilermaker over here.
I'm rocking with Illinois. You can have all the Michigan State that you want. Fuck those guys. They're a terrible organization.
Yeah, I know you. That's personal for you. That's personal for you.
Michigan
Rutgers. Michigan Rutgers is the exact. I don't really need to say much about this game. If you literally take everything I said about Ohio State and substitute Michigan, that's what we're talking about with Michigan. Same thing. They gotta beat the dog shit out of Rutgers because they not only have to have style points in case they lose to Ohio State at the end of the year, and they're all tied with one loss.
That's personal for you. Michigan
extremely.
Wait, hold on.
Michigan Rutgers is the exact. I don't really need to say much about this game. If you literally take everything I said about Ohio State and substitute Michigan, that's what we're talking about with Michigan Rutgers.
While we are here, let's go ahead and do a commercial break. If you go to www.instagram.com,
lose to Ohio State at the end of the year.
Oh, yeah, if you go to www.instagram.com and you type in the Splashcast, you can go to the link tree. When you go to the link tree, you can find all of our links there. Also, letting y'all know, since y'all are insiders that are always here, shout out to everybody here. Website coming January 2023. Merch coming January 2023. We are here. You guys can support and donate. And also, If you have some causes that you want to be able to put on our website, we are definitely here to support HBCUs and those that are affiliated. So we will have a page on our website where you can donate directly to either alumni associations or associations that support HBCUs via the Splashcast. Make sure y'all stay tuned.
If you have
one more thing,
Apple to be able to put on our website, we are going up every day. HBCU already up and those that are affiliated. So we will have a page on our
good stuff. We do have our playlist on Apple Music now, so you can get the episode soundtrack on Spotify and Apple Music. Shout out to everybody for having that going. So I'm taking it. You taking Michigan?
One more thing, Apple.
Yes, I'm taking Michigan. I wouldn't take Rutgers.
Going up
unless it's women's soccer.
Rutgers is a soccer school. They're not even basketball.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
Good stuff. We do have our playlist on Apple Music now, so you can get the episode soundtrack on Spotify and Apple Music. Shout out to everybody.
Let's go ahead and get to the
Pac-12. So I'm taking
Michigan. I want to be. All of these games suck. Every one of them.
Let's look at it real quick. The Pac-12, it is awful. It is awful. Look at this. This is horrible. The best game they played on a Friday. They played on a Friday. You know when they put your team on Fridays, it's as a Division I school, that means you suck.
You like any of these teams? Go spend time with your family. Call your mother.
Go do some chores.
This is the time to reach out to people and tell people, hey man, I love you. I care about you. Read a book. Maybe, hey, subscribe to the Splashcast.
This is horrible. The best game they played on a Friday. They played on a Friday. You know when they
let's go jump straight to the SEC. Straight to the SEC, y'all. So
you should thank the SEC for saving football.
SEC, you've got. Are we doing all the games?
Whatever you want to do. This is the
time. We only doing the 5 that matter. Let's start right out with the flu game.
Florida versus Texas A&M.
It's going to start here.
Do anything. Do not watch these terrible.
We just waiting on the kickoff now, baby. I got my.
Let's go jump straight to the SEC. Straight to the SEC.
I was going to say you should thank
sorry to those guys. Hey man, Florida.
Let's go get SEC. You got.
So this is a Billy
Fisher season.
No, we only doing the 5 that matter.
This is a Billy Napier. This is a Billy Napier start for next year game, right? For when it comes to this year, they and I'm not being an asshole. I'm actually speaking through because they are in the ranks. They have signed they have Etienne, Travis Etienne's younger brother who's playing well. They also, if you know about Elias Ricks at Alabama, who transferred from LSU, who's a great DB. His little brother is the number 2 cornerback in the nation. He will be at Florida. He'll be at the Florida game. He has Florida in their top 3. So this right now for Florida is building for next year so that they can not only so that they can build up their recruiting class. Texas A&M has like 5 players that are out with the flu. They have 4 players that are off the team because of weed. They have another player that they removed from the team. If you hear that, that means that's 11 players, 7 of which were starters, are out of this game. Even though Florida's on there, Anthony Richardson has a lot to prove because, of course, he's going to go to the NFL because of his talent alone. So this is a prove-it game for Florida. I'm picking Florida. I never thought I would pick them. I'm picking Florida against Texas A&M today.
You hear that? That means that's 11 players, 7 of which were starters, are out of
y'all should be the underdog.
Even though Florida's
playing
on
at
there,
Texas A&M.
Anthony Richardson has a lot to prove because, of course, he's going to go to the NFL.
That's it.
Because of his talent.
So
this is a prove-it game for Florida. I'm picking Florida.
Auburn, Mississippi State.
I never thought I would pick them. I'm picking Florida against
nobody cares.
Texas A&M.
Let's go. Brian Harsin. I'm going to pick Auburn because normally you rally behind the assistant coach. This is the first game after they fired their coach, Brian Harsin. I think Deion Sanders set the record straight about him flying to Atlanta to talk to the AD of Auburn. I don't think that happened. I think that was a rumor.
He's not taking that job. I'm not taking a bad job.
Auburn,
I'm the most popular coach in college football right now. Why would I take a bad job?
Brian Harsin. I'm going to pick Auburn because normally you rally behind the assistant coach.
We offered you
this is the first game after they fired their coach, Brian Harsin.
Hey, man.
I think Deion Sanders set the record straight about him flying to Atlanta.
All right.
Talk to the
Kentucky, Missouri.
Auburn.
Who you got?
That happened. I think that was a rumor.
You got it on there.
I'm not taking that job. I'm not taking a bad job.
No. I meant to talk about this game. Mizzou with the upset last week throws me for a loop. But I'm rocking with Kentucky. I kind of been a supporter there. all season.
We offered you
I
this
kind of like what they're
shitty-ass job,
doing.
Deion. Just
So,
come
yeah,
on.
I'm going with
rocking with
Kentucky,
Hey,
man. I'm
that's
going with
I
Kentucky.
got a good thing going here.
Then we have the two
All right.
Games of the
Kentucky,
day.
Missouri. Who you got?
Once again, you should thank the SEC
got it
for
on there.
making sure that there's competitive football on
Yeah,
Saturdays.
no. I meant to talk about
let's
this
do
game.
1B first.
Mizzou with the upset last
Alabama
week
versus
throws me for a
LSU.
loop, but
I think this
I'm
game is under because of Georgia, Tennessee. But this is a big ass game.
I kind of like what they're doing.
This is number
So,
6
yeah,
versus
I'm
number
rocking
10.
with Kentucky.
Quietly as kept. And
Then
since
we have the
LSU lost to Florida
Game
State,
of
and then they were
the day.
upset
and once
in their
again,
second
you should
loss.
thank the SEC for making sure that there's
They have
competitive
played-
football on Saturdays.
But Alabama.
Let's do one.
Jaden Daniels has played really well for LSU. It seems like Brian Kelly has figured out
But this is a big
to
game.
not try to force him to
This is number
run
6 versus
his
number
offense,
10.
but let him
Quietly
run,
kept.
force his offense
And
around Jaden Daniels.
Since
And
LSU lost
he's had
to Florida
11
State,
touchdowns
and
in
then
2
they were
games.
upset
The
in their
past 2
second
games.
loss.
He's
That's
playing.
even support.
They
He's
have
playing
played.
out of his mind. Of course, Death Valley at
Jaden
7 p.m.
Daniels has
Let me tell you,
played
I've
really,
been there
really well
multiple
for
times.
LSU.
A night game in Death
It seems
Valley
like Brian Kelly
is
has figured out
insane.
to
Alabama,
not try to force
on the
him
other
to
hand, is coming
run
off
his
being
offense, but
embarrassed
let him run,
against Tennessee.
force his offense around Jaden Daniels. And
Utterly embarrassed.
he's had 11
And when I say
touchdowns in
utterly
2
embarrassed,
games.
they didn't just
the past 2
get
games.
just beat.
That's your good support.
It was
He's
they
playing
let
out
one
of his
person
mind.
beat them,
Of course,
and
Death
they
Valley
were
at
not
7
fundamentally
p.m. Let me
sound.
tell you, I've been there multiple
Normally, Nick
times.
Saban's
Night
teams
game,
are
Death
fundamentally
Valley
sound.
is
It's hard to find a chink
insane.
in the armor.
Alabama,
Tennessee found the chink in
on
the
the other
armor and
hand, is
exploited that
coming
one
off
dude,
being
number 2,
embarrassed
the
against
entire
Tennessee.
game. They threw wherever he was. That's where they threw the ball.
Utterly
And-
Tennessee's offense.
And when I say utterly embarrassed,
So-
they didn't just get just beat.
Alabama has the number 2
It
defense
was-
in the
they let
SEC
one
behind
person
Georgia.
beat them,
I mean,
and
like they're
they
not.
were not
They're still not
fundamentally
bad.
sound.
You think
Normally,
Brian
Nick
Kelly is
Saban's
about to be
teams
Nick
are
Saban?
fundamentally sound. It's hard to find a chink in the
Is that
armor.
what you telling me?
Tennessee found a chink in the armor. And
This will be the
exploited
year
that
to
one
do
dude,
it.
Number 2.
This is the only year you're gonna get a
That's
chance.
when they threw the ball.
Because next year it ain't happening. Next year it ain't happening.
Nah, I'm
Alabama has the
I'm
number
with
2
Alabama
defense in
on
the
this
SEC
one.
behind
I
Georgia.
already do not
I mean,
care for Brian Kelly.
Like they're not.
I know
They're
it
still not.
is Death Valley,
think
and that
Brian
does
Kelly
help.
is
But
about to
nah, I'm
be
rocking.
Nick Saban.
I believe Bama wins this one.
Is that what
I'm
you're
rocking
telling
with
me?
Baton Rouge. I'm going LSU.
This will be the year to do it.
6
Let's
pack.
talk
This is
six,
the-
baby.
this is the
That's
only
6
year
pack.
you're gonna get a chance.
Rocking with LSU. Rocking with
Next year
LSU.
it ain't
If
happening.
I'm betting, let me
Nah,
bet
I'm-
with Nick. I feel like I
I'm
feel a little
on
bit
this
more
one.
confident. You bet
I
with
already
Cole.
do not care for Brian Kelly.
There's another one. Oh yeah, we did
So
Florida
is
State versus
Death
Miami.
Valley, and that
So
does
I'm
help,
rocking
but
with
nah, I'm
LSU
rocking-
Bama,
I'm-
Shawty.
I believe Bama.
I mean, I'm rocking with
All right.
LSU over
I'm
Bama.
rocking
I
with
gotta
Baton
go
Rouge.
Baton Rouge, man.
I'm
Gotta
going
go with the
LSU.
gumbo.
I want to know who you got for the next game.
Six
Game of the
pack.
week. This might be
Rocking
the game
with
of the week, pro
LSU.
and college.
Rocking with LSU.
Georgia
I'm
versus
betting-
Tennessee.
let me bet with Nick. I feel like I feel a little bit more confident.
I mean, I'm picking Georgia. We can go. You
There's
you
another-
see
Oh
it.
yeah, we did
You
Florida
see
State
it.
versus Miami.
You
So
sure?
I'm rocking with
I'm
LSU.
sure.
Bama.
I'm picking Georgia.
Fine.
This
I'm rocking with
is
LSU over Bama.
literally
Gotta go Baton Rouge.
offensive,
Gotta
the
go with
number
the
one
gumbo.
offense in the
I
nation
wanna know
versus
who
the
you
number
got
one
for the
defense in
next
the, I think number
game.
2
Game of the
defense in the
week.
nation.
This might be the game of the week, pro and
Now, the difference
Georgia
is,
versus Tennessee.
dang, Texas A&M got the fumble on the second play of the game.
I mean, I'm picking Georgia. We can go. You see it.
You sure?
I'm
I'm
sure.
sure.
Call him down.
I'm picking
It's a sack.
Georgia.
Thank you.
Positive.
This is
I'm over
Second
here celebrating. I see
literally
that they down 12 players.
offensive,
You
the
tell
number
me
one
no,
offense in the
actually.
nation versus the number one defense. I think
So
number two defense.
Georgia was underestimated
Now,
about this game is Georgia has the number
difference
2
is,
offense
dang,
behind
Texas A&M got the
Tennessee.
fumble of the
Nobody's
second
talking
play
about
of the
that part. This is a game where Georgia
Um,
doesn't have to stop Tennessee every
game. I know they
time.
called him down.
They just have to stop
Thank
Tennessee a few times
I'm over here
because I don't
celebrating.
think
I see
Tennessee
that
can
they
stop
down 12
Georgia. I
players.
think
You
Georgia's too
telling me,
physical.
well, actually,
I think Georgia's too physical for Tennessee.
So Georgia,
I'm taking Georgia.
was
You need to
underestimated
score
about
this
this
game,
game is Georgia has the number 2
Clearly, you think it's going to be like 50
behind
50, 51.
Tennessee.
42-28
Nobody's talking about
Georgia.
that part.
Oh, y'all
This is
going
a game
convincing
where
me. So you
Georgia
think y'all
doesn't
number
have
one.
to
That's
stop
not
Tennessee
convincingly.
every
It's going to
time.
be back and
They
forth
just have
until
to
the
stop
fourth
Tennessee
quarter, and then they're going to make a
times,
mistake,
because I don't think Tennessee
and that's
can
going to
stop
allow us to
Georgia.
go
I
about
think Georgia's
14
too physical.
at the end of the game.
I
think it's gonna be
Georgia's too
back and
physical
forth.
for Tennessee.
I think we make
So I'm
enough
taking Georgia.
defense. I just
what do you think the score
honestly,
of this game is?
I don't have enough.
Clearly, you think it's gonna be like 50 to
I think their quarterback is
51.
better. I think Herndon Hooker is
42-28
so much
Georgia.
better than Stetson Bennett.
Y'all going convincingly. So you
And
think
I don't.
y'all-
I'm just nervous
Convincingly,
without Stetson. Stetson Bennett is the one that makes me nervous. So I'm going Stetson.
And that's I'm
going Georgia. I'm leaning on Georgia.
I think it's going to be back and forth.
We are missing Nolan Smith. Nolan Smith
honestly,
is the best linebacker in the nation. I actually studied this before this because I wanted to make sure what I'm saying is correct. Number 4 for Nolan Smith is a huge loss, not because of his pass rushing ability, but Hendon Hooker is a running quarterback. Nolan Smith is the best quarterback the best linebacker at running down the line and preventing you from getting outside anyone else in the league. He did it last year at the end of the year. Anyone else in the league. There's nobody that can get outside of Nolan Smith. And for him to be lost is concerning. We have the talent.
Not because of
but he reads his keys. He's a really fundamentally sound linebacker.
Nolan Smith is the best coach on the field. The best linebacker at running down the line. I'm not rocking none of what you just anyone else in the league.
Give me Tennessee.
He did it last year at the end of the year. Anyone else in the nation. There's nobody that can get outside of Nolan Smith.
I honestly think that y'all are going to play good, but Statson's probably going to throw 2 picks.
We have the talent.
That's probably going to be the difference.
But he reads his keys. He's a really fundamentally sound linebacker.
To play against Tennessee.
He's like a coach on the field.
Until proven otherwise, I just believe in Tennessee's offense.
Everybody's saying they're the 2019 LSU, but
until you see it and you watch it, you're like, damn, they make this.
They score a million points. I honestly,
Rod Tennessee for 6. I'm taking. All right. Y'all being disrespectful.
That's probably going to be
6. We doing 6 on this game too. Doing 6 on this game too.
Y'all are the best defense to play against Tennessee.
Hell yeah. You know I do.
Reggie UGA 6. Rod, you want 6? Rod, you need to bet Russ. Rod and Russ, y'all go bet 6.
Until you see it, and
I got that's $30.
Yeah.
Rod and Russ 6. Make sure you take that down. Rod and Russ betting 6.
Y'all like that.
That's a record
to the world.
Let's get to some HBCU football. I'm going to say it again. If you missed out on a great game last night, if you did not see Prairie View versus Alcorn State on ESPN, it was a great game. Southern University is now in the lead for the SWAC West. Of course, Jackson State is in the SWAC East.
I like that.
Before we get to the SWAC, William and Mary versus Hampton. We always pick a Hampton. I don't care if they play in Alabama, if they play
every time.
Every time. Hampton with a shocker over William and Mary. Let's go to the SWAC before we get. Well, no, let's go MEAC since that's what we got. Let's go MEAC. Norfolk State versus North Carolina A&T.
Before we get to the SWAC,
big game. Big game. Norfolk about to get beat though.
I don't care if they play in
Norfolk about to get beat though. I'm going A&T. Morgan versus Stony Brook. Morgan State is number 2 in MEAC. They not only did they dominate South Carolina State, they actually gave North Carolina Central a pretty good game. But they play Stony Brook. They about to get beat by
North Carolina A&T.
Y'all finna get jumped like somebody in the club during the Crunk era. Sorry to y'all. I ain't put that Stony Brook, boy, y'all. If you play for
Morgan versus Stony Brook, Morgan State is number 2 in the
next important game. Delaware State versus South Carolina State.
South Carolina
State get up for the Bulldogs. Everybody get up.
You take Stony Brook. I'll take the field.
Y'all finna get jumped like somebody in the club during the Crunk era.
I'm rocking with South Carolina State.
Sorry to you.
Always.
I think that they need this game pretty bad, and I think they'll get this game. And then that other team
next
it starts with an H,
Delaware State
and Central. I think that if you've been watching every Saturday that I've been picking out Central, you know how I feel about the Bison. So let's go Central. And it's their my God, I just thought about it. Central's homecoming. They pick Howard.
Always.
You love disrespect, ladies and gentlemen. I like it. Let's go Central.
That other team that starts with an H.
Whoa, let's put a pin there. What does Lee Corso say? Not so fast, my friend. I'm picking South Carolina State. Always picking the Bulldogs. Howard is number 1 in the MEAC.
And it's their my God, I just thought about it.
Howard is number 1 in the MEAC. They are 2-0 in the MEAC, and they played South Florida. And Howard got on my resume, or got on my got on my radar when they played South Florida, and they took the lead, and they were leading South Florida going into the second quarter. I said, hey.
Not so fast.
Howard might be pretty good.
I'm picking South Carolina State.
North Carolina Central.
Howard is number 1 in the
lost. They are 5-2. This is for the lead of the MEAC. I don't know. I don't think Central meant to schedule Howard as their homecoming if they had known that Howard would be number 1 in the MEAC. I'm going to take Howard in the upset.
I said, hey.
No, never mind. Hey, North Carolina family, my wife's family, didn't mean to disrespect y'all. I'm gonna take Central. Sorry, didn't mean to disrespect y'all. Didn't mean to disrespect y'all. My phone just got a text message.
I don't think Central meant to schedule Howard
immediately. I'm gonna take. It's gonna be a great game. I'm gonna take Central.
I'm gonna take Howard in the upset.
Let's go Oregon. Donnie, you an Oregon fan?
No, never mind.
He's been a Ducks fan.
Hey, North Carolina family, my wife's family, didn't mean to disrespect y'all. I'm gonna take Central. Sorry, didn't mean to disrespect y'all. Didn't mean to disrespect y'all. My phone just got a text message.
Let's get into Pine
Woo! Black college SEC football. Here we go. Swack.
This is
it's gonna be a great game. I'm gonna take
New Jackson and Grambling just got their first big.
Let's go Oregon. Donnie, you
So Grambling. This game versus Grambling, this is the same thing as it is for Florida and Texas A&M. If Grambling blows out UAPB and they finish strong, then they will. Recruiting wise, they'll have a great recruiting wise, and next year they're going to come back because they have mostly underclassmen and transfers.
If Grambling
taking Grambling here
blows out UAPB and
at Eddie G. Robinson Memorial Stadium down there in Grambling, aka Ruston, Louisiana.
They'll have a great recruiting wise.
I think they're going to beat UAPB pretty handily.
Mostly underclassmen.
Yeah, I've been rocking with Grambling all season.
Taking Grambling here,
big win last week
at Eddie G. Robinson Memorial Stadium down there in Grambling.
We have Alabama State versus Louisiana. I think the Alabama State is just a much better football team at this point. I'm going Alabama State.
Yeah, I've been rocking with Grambling all season, especially after they got that big win last week.
Yeah. So I don't know about that. I'm gonna pick Bethune-Cookman to upset Alabama State. Here's why. Alabama State is still. I'm not. I'm lying. I'm thinking Alabama A&M. I'm gonna pick Alabama State. Alabama State.
Okay, I was about to say.
So I don't know about that. I'm gonna pick Bethune-Cookman to upset Alabama State. Here's why.
Second game of the week in the SWAC. Game of the week in the SWAC. Southern versus FAMU. Southern is right now, as of 12/18 on November 5th, number one in the SWAC West. If they win out, they will play Deion and Jackson State again for the SWAC championship. FAMU, since having started off 1-2, has won 5 straight. They are 6-2. And they're playing in Tallahassee.
We thought they were.
If they win out, they will play.
That defense is so enough for real, dog. They are really, really good. I gotta go. Y'all know I got to go with the Jaguars. I got to go with the Jaguars. But it's gonna be a tough game. This is definitely a historic rivalry. I wish Southern was bringing their band to Tallahassee, but they are not.
They are really,
so
really
they
good.
actually.
I gotta go. Y'all know I got to go with the Jaguars.
It'll be a great game, and it'll be on ESPN3. So y'all make sure y'all tune in.
This is definitely a historic rivalry. I wish Southern would bring their band to Tallahassee, but they are not. They actually it will be all
nobody gonna touch him either.
But it will be a great game, and it'll be on ESPN.
I'm assuming you. What you taking, Southern or FAMU?
I don't really know. I'm so conflicted because FAMU has come so far.
Nobody gonna touch him either.
I've seen Southern and Southern.
Southern is so Jekyll and Hyde. They either score 90 points or they score 0. It don't be no. I ain't never seen Southern win like 21-7. It's 35-0 or they lose nothing to 35.
I'm taking FAMU.
Southern is so Jekyll and Hyde. They either score 90 points or they score 0. It don't be no. I never seen Southern win. Like
we got 3 bets so far.
It's 35-0 or they lose.
Yeah, I'm cool with
nothing to 35.
No, we got 3.
I'm taking.
Oh no, we got 2.
FAMU.
No, we're not betting Bama LSU.
No, you're right. Yeah, I'm cool with that too.
What we got bet?
I'm gonna be up anyway. I'm finna have and y'all gonna lose.
I'm
finna have a fantastic, blessed Saturday.
No, we got 3.
Jackson State, Texas Southern. This is a sneaky game for Jackson State. This trick bag game for them.
Yeah, cool.
Texas Southern's defense is actually really good. And they're playing in Houston, but I am taking Jackson State.
Anybody want Texas Southern?
This is a sneaky game for Jackson State. This trick bag game for them. Texas Southern's defense is actually really good. And they're playing in Houston.
That is the end.
Jackson State.
College football.
Anybody want Texas Southern?
Let's go to NFL football.
Let's get right to it, and let's start out with the Splashcast game of the week. This might not be your game of the week, but it sure as hell the game of the week.
Splashcast game of the week, baby. Y'all know what it is. You see us number 1 in the NFC South. What's up? See me. See me.
It is the
Let's go to NFL
Los
football.
Angeles
Get
Chargers
right and let's
versus
start out with
number
with the
one in the
Splash Cast game of
NFC
the week. This
South,
might not be your game of
Atlanta
the week, but it's sure as hell the game of the week
The
for us.
Chargers
Splash Cast
are
game of the
down
week,
quite a
baby.
few
Y'all know
players.
what
I
it is.
know.
You see us number
because
one
I'm
in
a
the NFC
fantasy
South.
team.
Chargers have no
Exactly.
receivers.
Yes.
See me.
Yes.
It is the
And I don't know if they have any DMs.
Los
either. I gotta go back
Angeles.
and
Well, the
check.
Falcons ain't got no DBs either, though.
Number one in the NFC South,
Fair.
Atlanta Falcons.
But I am.
The
Oh,
Chargers
man, that
are
is.
down quite a few players.
Bunch of
I
guys
know,
who nobody
because
knows
of
who
my
they are.
fantasy team.
But
Yeah.
we run the ball better than they do.
Yeah.
If we all we have to
And I
do
don't know if they
is
have
guard
any
Austin
DBs. I
Eckler.
gotta go back and look.
If
Well,
we
the Falcons
guard
don't have
Austin
no DBs
Eckler,
either.
we win the game. If Austin Eckler goes off,
Fair.
it's gonna be a long day for our
But
defense.
oh man, that is.
So,
But I'm going with the Falcons.
But
What's
you got-
up?
yeah.
And we're gonna be
we are
above
good.
500 for you suckers that
I
said we was only gonna win 2
Boy,
games.
all we have
I
to
ain't
let
never
me
gonna let
tell
y'all forget that.
Austin
Once
Eckler.
again, I know that
If
y'all
we
all
guard
watched the
Austin
episode last
Eckler,
week and saw us in
we win the game.
sunglasses.
If Austin Eckler
I
goes
might
off,
be in a
it's gonna be a
tuxedo
long day for our
in
defense.
5 games. I'm gonna tell you right now.
What's up?
Every time
Then we're gonna be
that we win a
above
game,
500 for
we
you
have to
suckers
up
that
the
said we was only gonna win
become
2
more
games.
and more
Ah.
insufferable.
Let
Ain't
me
never-
tell y'all.
we are
once
picking the
again, I know that
Falcons.
y'all all watched the episode
I don't
last
think that
week
it's
and saw us in
unreasonable for us to
sunglasses.
pick the Falcons. I
I
think that their
might be in
quarterback
a
is a place where
tuxedo
they're,
this week if we win
miles
5
ahead of
games.
us.
I'm gonna
But
tell you
team
right
to
now.
team, I think
Every
this should be a
time
hell
that
of
we
a
win a
competition.
game, we
but
have
we are
to up
picking
the
the
ante. We're
Falcons.
gonna become more and
And
more
Texas A&M
insufferable.
scored.
Yep, easily.
We are
Dolphins,
picking the
Bears.
Falcons.
Dolphins, Bears. Go. I'm going with the
Pray for the
Dolphins.
Bears.
Pray for the Bears. They just traded away their best defensive 2 pieces.
But team to team,
Robert
I
Quinn
think this
and
will be a hell of a competition, but we are picking
Roquan
the
Smith.
Falcons.
They did just get Chase Claypool though, so
Yeah,
they'll be able to
Dolphins,
score a little
Bears,
bit. But the
Dolphins,
Dolphins,
Juju
Pray for
Jr.?
Bears.
the
Pray for
Dolphins.
Bears.
They just traded away their best defensive 2 pieces.
I'm so
Robert
tired of
Quinn
people taking
and,
wide receiver number 2s and trying to make
Roquan
them into
Smith.
wide receiver number
They
1.
did just get Chase Claypool.
That
I
is
feel you.
not the
So
answer.
they'll be able to
That
score
man
a
is
little
a
bit. But the
complimentary
Dolphins-
piece, a hell of a
Juju
complimentary piece.
The Dolphins.
But that is the mashed potatoes. That is the broccoli. That
I'm so
is the
tired of
side.
people taking wide receiver number 2
Not
and
gonna
trying
happen.
to make them
Another
into wide
game that
receiver number
is
1.
probably going to be.
That
well,
is
I don't
not
know.
the
Panthers
answer.
are actually
You,
playing
that
like
man
you
is
wrote
not
that
somebody-
Cincy down real
Hell of a
quick.
complimentary
You
piece,
wrote that.
but that is the mashed
I'm
potatoes.
picking this
that
game
is the
on the
broccoli,
belief of
that
have
is
to
the
win.
side.
You can't lose to the Panthers
It's not gonna happen.
and not
Another
and
game
be
that
4 and
is
4
probably gonna be,
and not
well, I don't
think the
know.
house is
Panthers
going to
are
be on
actually
fire.
playing like they might
You
beat
wrote that
somebody.
You just
down
got to figure out a
real
way to
quick.
be the very
I-
bad team to try to
I'm
find some
picking
stability
this
in your
game
program.
on the
Because
belief
if they
of have
lose
to win.
to the
You
Panthers,
can't
people
lose
going
to
to start
the
looking
Panthers
around.
and not.
Well,
and
and
be 4
Jamar
and
Chase
4
is hurt.
and not think the house is
Don't
gonna
care.
be on fire.
It's the Panthers.
PJ Walker,
You
the
just gotta
Panthers
figure
just
out a
put
way to
up
beat a very bad
30,
team
35 points.
to try to find some stability in your program.
And
They
the
lose
Cincinnati
to the
Bengals just put up
Panthers,
what, 0
People gonna start looking
against the Browns?
Well, in Jamar
It,
Chase,
it wasn't close. I agree with everything.
It's the
But
Panthers.
PJ
I'm
Walker, the
going
Panthers
with my
just put
brain.
up
My brain says you gotta
30,
pick Cincinnati.
35 points.
I'm picking Cincinnati because they're the home team. That's the only reason I'm picking them.
And the Cincinnati Bengals just put up, what, 0?
Well, next game.
Against the Browns?
This game seems to matter less and less every
wasn't
year.
close.
Whole bunch of
I
mid
agree.
here, boy.
Packers versus
I'm
Lions.
going with my
Aaron
brain.
Rodgers
My
has
brain
taken
says
all
you
the
gotta
money
pick
from the
Cincinnati.
Packers, so their team
I'm picking
stinks.
Cincinnati because they're
And
the
the
home
Lions
team. That's the only
are
reason I'm picking.
themselves.
I'm going with
well, next
I'm going
game,
with the Packers
This game seems to
only
matter
because I
less
need
to
Aaron
us
Jones to
every
go off.
year.
I need Aaron Jones to go
back
off for my
here,
fantasy
boy.
football team.
Packers versus Lions.
I mean, I
Aaron Rodgers
really
has
think
taken all the
that
money
Aaron
from the
Rodgers
Packers,
will,
so their team stinks.
if he loses
And the Lions are
to
themselves.
Jared Goff, he's gonna have emotional.
I'm going with the
another
Packers.
game.
Only
have to
because
go
I
with the
need Aaron Jones to go off. I need Aaron Jones to go off for my fantasy
Colts
football
versus
team.
Patriots.
I mean, I really think that
Patriots.
Aaron Rodgers will.
I'm going
Jonathan
Patriots because
Taylor.
the Colts are starting Sam Ellinger.
To Jared
Well,
Goff,
and
he's gonna have emotional
Jonathan
breakdown.
Taylor hasn't practiced
another
twice
game.
this week, so I'm assuming that he's
Yeah, his ankle. Jonathan Taylor's
Right.
ankle is for real. It's for real hurt.
And you know what? I know because that's the very first
Patriots.
guy I drafted
I'm
on
going Patriots
fantasy,
because the
and
Colts
he's
are starting
been
Sam
a bust for
Ellinger.
me the entire season.
Well, and
Next,
Jonathan
a
Taylor
game.
hasn't
This
practiced
would have been a game
twice
if
this
Brees Hall
week,
was
so
still
I'm
healthy.
assuming he's
Bills
out.
versus Jets.
Nickel. Jonathan Taylor's
Bills are
ankle
going
for real.
to
It's for real
shut
hurt.
him out.
And you know what? I know
Played a-
because
played a
I don't even know if it'd been a game if Brees
Brees
Hall was healthy because all the Bills would do is force Zachary Taylor Thomas to throw the ball.
Next,
and it's not gonna work.
This would have been a game if Brees
And the
Hall
Bills
was
just got
healthy,
better
Bills versus Jets.
on defense. defense. So I'm taking the Bills. In a draft position game, we have the Washington Commanders versus the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota is leading the NFC North. The Commanders are about to get
Bills
sold. So we are going to go with Minnesota.
So
literally and figuratively.
In a draft position game, we have the Washington Commanders versus Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota is leading the NFC North.
Snyder,
the Commanders are about to get sold. So we are going to go with Minnesota.
Sell that team. Do the right thing.
Literally,
and sell it to Jay-Z, man.
Getting sold.
So he can sell it to that dude in space.
You are the flaming bag of trash.
So
Raiders versus Jacksonville.
Dan Snyder, you are the flaming bag of
trash. It was definitely a shot.
Sell that team.
That was a quick scope Davis special, baby. Raiders versus Jacksonville. These are two teams that should probably be thrown back into the bag and reallocated to somebody else.
I got the Raiders. I got the Raiders. I think Devontae Adams is gonna play pretty well.
That was a quick scope Davis special, baby.
I'm not betting on the Raiders. If you ask me to bet, then you are foolish. Ain't no way I'm betting on the Raiders.
The Raiders suck.
I got the Raiders.
I'm picking the Raiders just because Devontae Adams is on my
Adams
fantasy
is gonna
football.
play pretty well.
And I told y'all they sucked before. Y'all didn't want to believe me. Now you can see it with your own eyes. I'm sure that somehow people will come up with a reason why they suck, and it won't just be that they're terrible. But let's go Jaguars.
Actually, I'm going to change my pick. I'm going with Jaguars because of Travis Etienne Jr. I forgot that he is there, and he is healthy, and he had like 150 total yards last week. I'm going Jacksonville. Seattle versus Arizona. Give me Geno. Give me Geno. Let's go, Geno.
I'm gonna change my pick.
I love a good redemption story. Give me Geno. I don't know about no stats. I don't know about no placing. I don't know nothing about this game. I just want to see Geno do well. Give me Geno for the win in Arizona over Kingsbury.
Give me Geno.
This is very interesting to me.
I love
you have one team that everybody expects to suck.
I don't know about
another team that everybody
I don't know about no placing. I don't know nothing about
and they flip flop.
I just want to see Geno do well.
The team that
Give me Geno for the win in Arizona.
And the team that sucks has the guy who plays Call of Duty.
This is very interesting to me.
Oh my bad. I mean, this is the team that you expected to be good.
But
I am definitely rocking with Seattle, even though I think the Arizona. This is a must-win. Lights on. Fire extinguisher, grab that fire alarm. It is a code 10. Get those chains off those doors. If you don't get the Joe Clark reference, you might be too young to be on this podcast in the first place. But for sure, I'm looking for Seattle to win. For Arizona, I don't know if you guys know Cliff Kingsbury. You should be trying to figure this out soon and very soon. I'm picking Seattle, and Reggie is picking Seattle.
Cliff Kingsbury about to go to Auburn.
In the first place. But for sure, I'm looking for Seattle.
It's funny, but I just thought about it like literally right then. If Arizona has a really bad season, I was like, he can get fired and he might end up at Auburn.
I'm picking
quietly
Seattle,
as kept.
and Reggie is picking Seattle.
Oklahoma.
Cliff Kingsbury about to
Nah, they just signed Venables. He ain't leave as the offensive coordinator. He ain't going from head coach to offensive coordinator.
It's funny, but I just thought about it like literally.
Ain't no way. Hold on. Let's talk about that. Ain't no way they're gonna fire a white man coach after 1 year. They're not gonna do it.
I would rather have Kingsbury
as the offensive coordinator. He ain't going from head coach to offensive coordinator,
especially going into the SEC. Yeah,
that's that 2K. That's that 2K gene. We gonna fire you after 9 games.
Ain't no way they're gonna fire a white man coach after 1 year.
Or
they're not gonna do it.
Nope, not gonna make this. We'll keep this on the straight and narrow. Next up, Rams versus Bucks.
Especially going into the SEC. Yeah.
I am betting with my heart.
I have a
gonna
fire you after 9 games.
The Tom Bay Buccaneers. Every time they lose and we win, there's space between us, which helps us get to number 1. So we are rocking.
I am betting with my
I am rocking with the LA Rams, and I assume Reggie is as well. And that's
Buccaneers. Every
he
time
dropped
they
a touchdown.
lose and we win,
that's definitely targeting. Y'all know if you are an avid listener of this podcast, you know who I'm picking. Ain't no way possible I'm picking Tom Deflategate. Crying to the referees, Brady, also greatest of all time. I can't not say that. But
make sure put some respect. I
ain't got to put no respect. See, you got me cussing. I made it through this whole episode without cussing, and now you got me cussing. I'm going with the Rams. I need the Bucks to lose. The Falcons are number 1 in the division. The Bucks had to cheat to beat us, and still every NFL expert is picking the Bucks to win the division, even though they're in second place. So I'm picking the I'm picking the Falcons via the Rams.
The Falcons are
That's what I'm doing.
In the division,
a Freudian slip. I'm picking
every NFL expert is picking the Bucks to win the division, even though they're in second place.
I actually
so I'm picking
in the trick bag.
I'm picking the Falcons.
Trick bag though. The Titans have beaten the Chiefs a few times in a row. They won the majority of the games.
The Chiefs are having a much better season than the Titans, but
are they? The Titans won 5 in a row.
I actually would throw in the trick bag. Titans versus
the Titans have beaten the Chiefs
every night.
Quietly as kept.
It happened to the best of them.
Quietly as kept. They are 5-2, and Derrick Henry looks like Alabama Derrick Henry.
And you know what? You know why I hate the Titans even more? It's because Indianapolis Colts benched Matt Ryan and just threw away the competition of the AFC. You could have still won that. I don't believe the Titans are really that good.
They are 5-2. And Derrick Henry looks like Alabama
has lost.
And you know what? You know why I hate the Titans even more? It's because Indianapolis Colts.
The Colts are good enough with Matt Ryan that they could have probably been competitive. Sam Ellinger and an injured Jonathan Taylor. You started to tank too late. You're not even a good position to tank.
And everybody else
that's just being stupid.
5-3 in a row. Geez, that is a terrible conference.
But hey, give me that team. That little piece of team y'all got. Give me and Reggie that. We'll be GM coach. We'll fix that. We can fix that. And we can fix Matt Ryan.
You started to tank.
But
you're not even a good position to tank.
I want the Chiefs to win this game. That's what
I got the Chiefs winning this game because the Chiefs right now with the Chiefs right now without Tyreek Hill are averaging more points. Because there is no tendency. The only tendency that they have is Travis Kelce. Everybody else, there is no tendency. So you can't. The way that they said Patrick Mahomes is now seeing the field more because he actually has to go through his progressions more instead of throw it to Tyreek or throw it to Kelce and that's it. If they double team Kelce, you actually now have to go through your progression. And shout out to Jarrett. Shout out to Jarrett as well. That
is now seeing the field more
running back by committee.
He actually has to go through his
in
progression.
Kansas City, Jarrett is averaging over 7 yards a touch.
For them, that
is going to be that is going to be the game changer because not only can they now bleed the clock with their short passing game to the running backs and run the ball, you don't know where they're going to throw the ball.
In Kansas City,
Patrick Mahomes is seeing everybody, so I'm going with the Chiefs.
Do not forget they just added KDT.
That is going to be the game changer. Because not only can they now
they just keep finding between the Rams and the Chiefs, I don't know where they're going to throw the ball. Collection of good players
and then find a way to add
another very good player.
Do not forget they just added KDT, Kadarius Toney, to that mix.
Boy, Texas A&M had 3 targeting fouls in the last 2 games.
Between the Rams and the Chiefs, I don't
know how
they have the collection of good players. And then
that's football play. Anyway, Ravens Saints, I want chaos. I want Lamar Jackson to win everything. I hope they go undefeated for the end of the year. As long as they don't play the Falcons. I hope they go undefeated.
They need to stop cheating.
And lose to the Falcons. No, they only have 1 loss to the Falcons. And
that's football play.
I hate the Taints. Y'all know I hate the Taints. The Taints, I wish all struggle and strife to that organization, to that team forever. So I'm going with the Ravens. I want Lamar to get equity in the team, and y'all have to re-sign him.
That ain't never happening, Reggie.
I don't care.
I hate the
but you got to pay him. You gonna have to pay him a lot of money.
I wish all struggle and strife to that organization, to that team forever.
Matter of fact, everybody, hey coach.
So I'm going with the Ravens. I want Lamar to get equity in the team, and y'all have to re-sign him.
Anthony Richardson
still need it.
Anthony Richardson.
Reggie
and your boy is finally coming around, Kyle Hamilton. They've taken him out of every play, played him a little bit less, but when he does play, he's allowed to make a little bit more influence. And of course, we don't believe in the Saints. And like I told y'all, Baker Mayfield is better than Andy Dalton. I think that Andy Dalton is a flaming bag of garbage. And I know he had a good week last week versus the Raiders, the team that I also think sucks. So that didn't prove anything to me other than the Raiders suck a little bit more.
Of course, we don't believe in the Saints.
You can die on that Baker Mayfield.
And like I told y'all, Baker Mayfield is better than
that means the Saints have 4 backup quarterbacks on their team, and they're trying to figure out who will start.
Last week versus the Raiders. I also think
Baker Mayfield, I done told you from jump, Baker Mayfield was overrated. I told y'all from jump. I told y'all when he won that Heisman, he was overrated. I told y'all all of
the
that.
Saints have
we got to be
four
real
backup
about the
quarterbacks on their team.
worst 7 quarterbacks in the NFL. They're not better than Baker Mayfield.
That is a horrible argument. Are you arguing that you are not in the worst 7? You're the worst 8 quarterbacks of the league. That's a terrible argument. You're trash.
No, that is only fact. Oh, Northwestern up 7. Let's go, baby.
They're not better than Baker Mayfield.
Turn that on real quick.
Are you arguing that you are not in the worst 7? You're the worst 8 quarterbacks of the league. That's
where I think the Baker Mayfield is.
No, that is only fact. Oh, Northwestern up 7.
Texas Tech just tied the game too. Baker Mayfield, man. Y'all keep saying like, oh, it was his fault in Cleveland. It was his fault only in Cleveland. It was his fault. They had everything else. They had everything else on that team, and it was his fault that they
why
went.
Why do they suck?
They don't have everything else. They lost both of their receivers. They don't have everybody else.
Y'all keep saying like, oh, it was his fault in Cleveland. It was his
both
fault.
the receivers, but they don't have them. It don't matter. It don't matter. They don't have them. They both hurt. It's an arbitrary comment. They don't have them.
And it was his fault that they were.
Who are their receivers? Who are their receivers?
They don't have everything else.
Who is their quarterback?
They don't have everybody else.
Jacoby Brissett.
They both.
Most people believe that Jacoby Brissett is better than Baker Mayfield,
but they don't have.
Jacoby Brissett and Baker Mayfield are a push. What does that mean? That they are both backup quarterbacks in the league.
Who are their receivers?
I cannot wait till
who is their quarterback
when Baker finds a job. He's starting.
Where is he gonna go? Where he gonna go?
Jacoby Brissett is better than Baker
Well,
Mayfield.
number one, he's better than
Jacoby
everybody.
Brissett, Baker Mayfield are a push.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Saints, if you think your
quarterbacks
answer is starting next season with Andy Dalton, go ahead and burn yourself up.
So you saying so he could go to the Saints? Where else does he go? We picked the games. Let's go ahead and turn this off. We didn't pick the games now, y'all.
Number one, he's better than everybody that plays for the Saints. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Where else does he go? The Saints or who?
The Texans. That's where I think he really.
So you saying so he could go to the Saints? Where else does he go? We picked the games. Let's go ahead and turn this off.
Yeah,
they got Davis Mills. They believe in Davis Mills.
I don't give a fuck what they believe in. Do you believe in Davis Mills?
The Saints or who?
I believe in him more than sabotaging his. I would rather see what I had with Davis Mills than signing Baker Mayfield.
Well, you don't want a job for very long. I can see that right now.
Baker don't either.
They believe in Davis Mills.
Yes,
Baker has gotten everybody fired.
You believe in Davis Mills?
I believe in him more than
you can say that about
his. I would rather see what I have.
You can say that about all the bad quarterbacks in the league. That's who you can say that about.
Okay, so let me go down the list again of players who are worse than Baker Mayfield.
That's
Zachary Taylor Thomas. He is the worst quarterback in the NFL.
You can say that about anybody.
Davis Mills.
You can say that about
second worst quarterback in the NFL.
That's who you can say that about.
Sam Ehlinger.
So let me go down the list again.
Third worst quarterback in the NFL.
That's fair. But Sam Ehlinger don't count because he is a backup. He should not be starting. He should not be starting.
Well, if this is what I'm gonna tell you. If you bench Matt Ryan, the only reason you're starting Sam Ehlinger is because you think he starts next year.
Third worst quarterback in the NFL.
I feel like Baker Mayfield. They should have. If they were gonna bench Matt Ryan, they should have traded him for Baker Mayfield. But that would hurt my heart to see Matt Ryan in a Carolina Panthers uniform.
If you bench Matt Ryan, the only reason you're starting Sam Ehlinger is because you think he starts next year.
I'm not sure about Kenny Pickett.
I feel like Baker Mayfield.
You're not picking Baker Mayfield over any of your young quarterbacks that you draft. He's not going to start over any of them.
I said. You said better today. And this very day, what's the day? November 5th? On November 5th,
I'm not sure about Kenny Pickett.
He's a better quarterback than Mac
Jones.
Jones.
Better than Mac Jones.
Honestly,
you're not picking Baker Mayfield over any of your young quarterbacks that you draft. He's not going to start over any of them.
Actually,
I said.
Now, there's a situation that's going on in Carolina.
What makes him better than P.J. Walker, dog? Baker Mayfield was drafted for his accuracy, and he has been one of the most inaccurate quarterbacks in the league.
So me and you already knew that the Panthers were going to be trash. We actually picked them to be fourth in the NFC South. We knew that Matt Rule was going to be fired.
What makes him better than P.J. Walker, dog? Baker Mayfield was drafted for his accuracy, and he has been one of the most inaccurate quarterbacks in the league.
So, if you sit over to an organization that's already imploding, then no, I can't fix this flaming piece of shit. No, there's nothing I can do for you.
We knew that Matt Rule was going to be fired.
This was already fucked before I got here. That's what it is.
So at that point,
I want to let y'all know that Norwood is caping for Baker.
I think it's an
organization that's already imploding.
Andy Dalton.
No, I can't fix this flaming.
I think Baker's better than Andy Dalton.
There's nothing I can do for you.
Marcus Mariota. I think Baker's better than Marcus Mariota.
That's what it is.
Taylor Heineke.
Not in our offense. Not in our offense. Not in our offense. Not in our offense. Baker Mayfield is a statue. He can't move for real.
I think Baker's
he can run, but he ain't gonna be able to run the plays that we run. Baker Mayfield is better than Mariota, but he is not. He would not. We would not be in first place with Baker Mayfield on our team.
He won't throw the ball down the field though.
Wouldn't be able to run the read option. Wouldn't be able to do none of that.
No, he won't. But he ain't gonna be able to run the plays that we run.
I think he's better than Taylor Heineke.
Baker
throw the ball down the field.
He's a backup. Yeah.
He would not. We would not.
Taylor Heineke should be a third string. Baker Mayfield should be a second string.
Throw the ball down the field though.
No, all the guys who I
wouldn't be able to run the read option.
You just named so Baker Mayfield is not. So you just said he's better than a dumpster fire. He's just trash. That doesn't mean shit to me. That don't mean he is still bad. He is still bad. He is the number 1 overall pick, Heisman Trophy winning, progressive commercial spokesman, and his ass. I don't care what you're telling me that he's better than some of the other ass quarterbacks. If you're better than ass quarterbacks, you are still ass all day. Baker ass Mayfield. That's what he is. His name is ASS. That's his initial.
Progressive commercial spokesman.
I don't disagree with you.
I don't care what you telling me that he's better than some of the other ass quarterbacks. If you're better than ass quarterbacks, you are still ass all day. Baker ass Mayfield. That's what he is. His name is ASS. That's his initial.
All of that means all of them are replaceable.
That's not a place for number 1. But I want you to understand that's the same place.
I think he's
Marcus Mariota. Where was he drafted?
Replaceable.
No, excuse me.
Jared Goff. Where was he drafted?
To 26 in rankings of quarterbacks.
Was he drafted number 1? Jared Goff is number 1.
That's not a place for
right
number
around
1.
there.
But I want you to understand that's the same place.
He might have been number 1.
Where was he?
All those people were fired. I think all those people that drafted those quarterbacks have been fired.
Goff, where was he drafted?
Yeah, I mean rightfully so.
So that means so it's right. So then
Jared Goff is
Baker Mayfield gets you fired. Like you're comparing Baker Mayfield to Jared Goff for your argument.
It might have been number 1.
Yes.
All those people were fired. I think all those people
he was a number 1 draft pick. Just like Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I mean, right.
Ass. So you're comparing ass to ass.
Baker Mayfield gets you fired.
That's what you're doing.
You're comparing Baker Mayfield to Jared Goff.
Booty, butt, cheeks. That's what they all are. Booty, butt, cheeks. It is what it is.
Number 1 draft.
Imagine. No. Go back and look at this stupid draft.
Look at sneaky. Goff better than Baker.
You're just comparing ass to ass.
Jared Goff,
that's what
number
you're doing.
1. Terrible
everybody
pick.
is booty.
Carson Wentz, number 2.
Booty, butt, cheeks. That's what they all are. Booty, butt, cheeks.
Zeke was a good pick for a little while.
Imagine. No. Go
Jaguars drafted the right guy, couldn't keep him.
Look at sneaky.
Baltimore, Ronnie Staley. He's offensive line.
Jared Goff, number 1.
No, Ronnie Staley's good.
Buckner.
Carson Wentz, number 2.
This is not really the greatest.
Buckner's good. DeForest Buckner's good. He plays for the Colts.
Good pick for a little while.
He is. But I'm saying for the most part, this is Laquan. Oh, this is Laquan Treadwell draft. This draft
Ronnie
is
Staley,
off.
Robert
in deep shade. Yeah, I don't.
He was weird. If he just was normal, he would have been okay. I shouldn't say
Derrick Henry, second round, 45th pick.
This draft.
Boy,
can you imagine if the Cowboys picked Derrick Henry instead of Zeke?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh my God,
he was weird.
If he just was normal,
we would have had to deal with real Cowboys.
Derrick Henry.
They would have been
second round.
Hey, Cowboys fans, you should have definitely drafted Derrick Henry over Zeke.
Can you imagine if the Cowboys picked Derrick Henry instead of Zeke?
This draft, in hindsight, I didn't know Jacoby Brissett was drafted in this draft.
They had
this draft is not just a very good draft.
Yeah, Jacoby out of Florida. He was drafted out of Florida, right? No.
Dak should have definitely drafted Derrick Henry over Zeke.
Dak was a steal.
Yeah, this draft
and Tyreek at 165.
I didn't know.
Ohio State going for it.
This draft is
on 4th down already. Down.
Yeah, out of Florida. He was drafted out of Florida, right?
Sure.
No,
and they did not get it. Oh my God.
Dak was a steal.
We are going to the second quarter. Ohio State is down 7-0 to 1-7. 1-7 Northwestern.
On 4th down,
I think the Alabama is 6. You're smoking dope.
Ain't no way Alabama should
early. They did not get it. Oh my God! With that said,
we've come to another end.
We are going to the second quarter. Ohio State
Saturday,
7-7.
Saturday morning live.
1-7 Northwest.
We picked the games.
Y'all
surprisingly, I think me and Reggie agreed on every NFL game so far.
Ain't no way Alabama should be number 6.
I tried to talk myself out of a couple picks or into a couple picks, and it just the logic was like, hey, don't be stupid now.
And when I made that joke. Did Georgia, Tennessee, and Bama LSU are the games of the week?
NFL game so far.
They are.
Yeah. I tried to talk myself out of a couple picks or into a couple picks, and it just.
You all right. But ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of episode 77 Saturday Morning Live. We picked our games. We bet our beers. Y'all know how it is. Make sure, again, website, January 2023, Splashcast 100-pack. 36-pack plus playlist. Not only are on Spotify, they are now on Apple Music. We heard you. We responded. We're here for the people. ATL edition and around the league edition are out now. Again, we will see y'all on Monday for the live. We probably will go live on Sunday as well if the Falcons win. Again, look for his basketball season. We are Hawks fans. We do reaction videos, Reggie reactions, Splashcast reactions when Norwood is available.
We will see
and
y'all
we will react
on Monday
to all of the games as well post game. Anything else that I missed?
Sunday as well.
Remember,
the Falcons win. Again, look for his basketball season. We are Hawks fans. We do reaction videos, Reggie reactions, Splashcast reactions when Norwood is available. And we will react to all of the games as well post game.
We are here.
Anything else that I missed?
Remember,
talk that talk. With that said, it's only one thing for me and Reggie to do now.
Hang out. Support is free.
Anthony Richardson is rolling, baby. Touchdown.
And follow.
Support is free. Love y'all. Y'all stay safe.